right, so JD Vance is claiming something. Let's first listen to it.
But let me say a couple things. First of all, I actually think, and there's a lot of bad faith negotiation and a lot of bad faith, propaganda going on. I think this comes from a legitimate misunderstanding. I think the Iranians thought that the ceasefire included Lebanon, and it just didn't. We never made that promise. We never indicated that was going to be the case. What we said is that the ceasefire would be focused on Iran, and the ceasefire would be focused on America's allies, both Israel and the Gulf Arab states. Now,
Well, first of all, this is a world event where massive, massive human lives are at stake. So the Iranians do not think. They have already thought about it. They have talked about it. They have discussed it. They have pondered about it, and then they have taken a decision. With the Pakistanis in between them, between them and the Americans. So it's stupid to say that he thinks that they thought that Lebanon will be included. Because rather, actually, the American first came with 15 points. Then the Iranian basically rejected those 50 points as ridiculous, and then they came back with their own 10 points. So when you have 10 points on the table, then you do not think you have already thought about it. You have already thought about what you want. So it's really stupid to a stupid a term to say like, oh, I think they thought. This is a world event. This is how that is not how you negotiate. Second point is that it's so stupid and so unfair to say, oh, okay, the Iranians, the peace, the ceasefire is only regarding the Iranians and the American and its allies, aka the Gulf state and Israel. So basically, it is saying like, okay, you are not allowed to attack our allies, but we are going to destroy your allies. This is just stupid. This is not how world events are being stopped. This is not how war are being stopped. This is how war actually is continuing, because this is just stupid. It's basically saying, okay, you know what? We are not fighting anymore. I'm going to beat the shit out of your brothers, but you're not allowed to hit my brothers. This is not how things work. If you touch my little brother, I'm going to hit you. But this is basically saying like, listen, you are not allowed to touch my little brothers, but I'm going to beat your little brother, and you just are not going to say anything about it. You just look and enjoy. This is not how world events work. This is not how war are being stopped. And I think that everyone knows this is actually not about the war being stopped. This is just a temporary ceasefire, so the stocks will be refilled and the war can start again. And the Americans already made it actually clear that this is not the end of the war and that the war soon will restart again. I think that many of them already showed clearly their warmongering speeches saying that the war will continue. So actually, this is not even a ceasefire. This is just a temporary pause, refill, restock, and continue again.